Okay, so you might be someone with scoliosis or kyphosis and you want to go to the gym and you're wondering what exercises should I do at the gym that won't make my kyphosis or scoliosis worse. So today we're talking about how to balance the body, how to balance the front and back. We've already done a video where we explained the why behind that. Now let's go over an exercise that is helpful to balance out the spine for someone who has kyphosis, someone who has scoliosis, or someone who wants to have better balance of their spine and doesn't want to walk around with a forward posture. Okay, this exercise is a simple exercise, and you're going to say, Dave, I've done this exercise and I know how to do this, which is great. If you know how to do this and you know the techniques that I show, fantastic. But this exercise is a basic exercise that I see done wrong all the time. So stick around until the end of this video because I'm going to talk about specific things with scoliosis and kyphosis to watch for. But this exercise is a row. Some people call it just a standing row. I just call it a row, a rowing exercise. So basics of this is it's a pulling exercise. So we talked about pushing and pulling and the difference. A lot of things that we do are pushing, those are larger muscle groups. Pulling, we do use the lats, which I talked about in the last video as not being the greatest one to focus on. So we are using the lats, but we want to encourage other muscles around the shoulder blades to be more active. So I'm going to use a resistance band. I'll put a link to resistance bands in the description so that you can see what we're using, but really any resistance band will work. I like using resistance bands first because you can focus more on form and you don't have to worry about weights and things like that. So I like to use a resistance band first. So we're going to put the band around something. If you're at home, you can put this around a doorknob. Make sure what you put it around isn't going to move. And then you're going to stand with your feet about shoulders width apart, arms extended in front of you, and you're going to pull back and squeeze your shoulder blades together. So two things to be aware of that I see people do wrong is they shrug up using their upper trapezius muscles. We want those shoulder blades to be the ones that are pulling back. We don't want to pull up, so pull back and really engage those shoulder blades and pull your shoulder blades together and down a bit so that we get a good contraction around those shoulder blades. So that's really a simple row. Keep some tightness in your abdominals, keep your core nice and strong and stable while you're doing this. So two things with scoliosis and kyphosis. Number one, be aware of what's happening with your low back. Most people when they're doing this will do a row. Here, I'll move a little bit this way. We'll do a row and they'll arch their low back. If you arch your low back, we're just increasing the lordosis, the curve in the low back. So I recommend doing this next to a mirror so that you can look in the mirror and you can see, am I controlling my low back or am I allowing it to arch like this? So having some feedback like that is really helpful. Try and keep that lordosis from increasing while you're doing the rowing exercise. The other thing with scoliosis and kyphosis is make sure that your head is staying centered over your spine. This is good even if you don't have scoliosis and kyphosis. But you're going to pull back, squeeze the shoulder blades, but don't let your head go forward like this. Keep that bowling ball, which I call your head, straight over your spine so that it's in line with the spine. So keeping it back right over your spine and not letting it go forward like this. So rowing exercise, it can be done with a TRX strap, it can be done with cables, it can be done, but I don't like machines where you have a pad that's stabilizing your torso and you're pulling. I want this to be free so you have to stabilize your core and your posture. That's a great exercise, easily done with a resistance band or with other equipment, and it can help to balance out the front and the back of your body as you're strengthening specific muscles. Focus on those muscles around the shoulder blades and don't compensate with the low back, the traps, or your head. So hopefully that's helpful. That's the first exercise that I would use to balance someone's strengthening in a gym program. And I think we'll do 2 more specific exercises that you can use to do the same thing. So thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time.